Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever, good night, wherever you live. Hey, y'all, hold up. Blooper. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night, wherever you are in this country. Don't let nobody tell you that you are a real deal. Don't tell them that you're not. You are one, okay? It's a big deal about you. Y'all, I want to come in and I did one live about the fisherman that heard a loud cry and he heard a loud cry and a gunshot. Okay. So we want to get in there. I'm gonna give y'all time up to get in here. Okay, so we can talk about that. As you join the live, please hit the like button for me. Appreciate that. All right, I'm gonna give y'all time to get up in here. Whew, yeah, I'm so tired. Now I'm going to get started, okay? When y'all get a chance. I didn't tell y'all I was going live. I apologize. I can't do that, y'all. I'm trying to work on it. I don't tell y'all when I'm going live, okay? But y'all know how little need to do it, okay? So when you get a chance to view the video, please, your reaction is very respectful, okay? I want to get into the fisherman um the fisherman who heard Miss Mica Miller crying has been accused, has been he been accused and been talked about in this situation. Okay, this is about the pastor wife, y'all. The mystery about the pastor wife, Mica Miller, and y'all noticed that lately. Uh, Domestic violent awareness should be out. You know what I mean? They hide like they hide DM. We're gonna say DV. I apologize. We're gonna say DV. They need to start talking about it more. They need to start talking about it and start hiding it. Every time somebody want to talk about DV, it's a problem. Y'all know what DV stand for. Talk about this. We need to talk about things like this. Look what happened to Mica, Michael. I don't know why I keep calling her Mica. Michael Miller was a young lady who was going through a lot, and she didn't take her medicine. And the reason why she didn't take her medicine because allegedly you have to say that. It's not to mean they don't know what they're talking about. They have to say that because you weren't there. Okay. Now this fisherman, I'm gonna let y'all. I'm gonna break it down for you, and I'm gonna give you my part. But I think now don't judge me. I want to hear your reaction behind this. Okay. I want to hear your thoughts. Just imagine you was a fisherman. See, I go fishing, so I feel sorry for the fisherman. I feel sorry for the fisherman because I can understand how he, feeling right now. People are accusing him, and he called himself helping somebody. Okay, let's take a look at this.
He agreed to meet me at the state park. I said, look, I'm going to be here all day. He finally agreed to meet. And he said, look, I want to clear up my name in this. Like he says he's being dragged into allegations online, social media and whatnot. But I also wanted to see firsthand, like, where this took place, because there's so many questions about how she got there and why she was there. And it's all just so confusing to somebody who's been reporting on this. He graciously took us out for about a half an hour and allowed me to interview him. He didn't want his face on camera or me to name him, but he walked through what he experienced, and we have some of that sound right here. Let's take a look.
I heard a cry back when I came in, where I told you I started hearing the crying at. Then I heard a gunshot. That was probably about 2 minutes or so after started hearing the cry. Might have been a little bit longer than that.
Listen, y'all. We're not here to just watch this. We're gonna break it down. Listen to what he said. I'm about to push the back. He said Now, not forget, I apologize. I went to a graduation, y'all. I'm so tired. Okay, here we go. Well, I'm going to put it right here. Okay. You're a fisherman and you fish all the time. You hear noise in the woods, you be turning your head around. Because I go fishing, y'all. I'm so introverted person, so I'm going to be looking around with my fishing. If least little noise I hear sound like it walking in the woods, I'm going to look, I'm going to twist my head around like the exorcist, okay? I'm just, but anyway, y'all, he fishing. And look over here. I heard a cry back where we came in, where I told you. Now look at these trees. He even say it's a path. It's a path in these woods because this is where a lot of people are walking. They are fishing stuff like that, y'all. Y'all got to ask yourself, have Michael been there before? Was she led down there? Cause don't forget now, you let's put it in order. See, they're not gonna put things in order, but we're gonna put it in order for the man. Okay, we're not gonna just look at a video. We're gonna put this thing in order. First of all, the 911 call came through first. So number one, we're gonna say 911 call. Where was she at the 911 call? Cause she said she wanted her family to know where she is. And now Michael could have call her family herself to tell her family where she is, but what make her call 911? She could have told it to when you usually when you doing a commitment some kind of. I'm trying to respect you too. Let me see what we're usually when you in a situation, what you call it, crisis, doing crisis. Yeah, I have to be careful with my words because I'm on. They'll hit certain people and some people they don't. Don't mess with. But I don't know what's up with that. But anyway, she was in some kind of crisis. Okay, I don't know what's going on, but she right here she dialed 911. She talked to the lady at 911 and the call dispatcher and told the dispatcher what was going on. Then he heard a crying and then a shout. This is crazy. I ain't saying I'm not about to blame. Not about to blame this man because my daughter in the military and she told me something. Me and her had this conversation. She and I. Now look, y'all. You can hear crying out there now. For those who think you can't hear crying in that echo area, water area, you can hear everything in the woods when you out there like that. Okay. And I'm not out like this is me, y'all. I'm tripping. I always laugh. But I'm not laughing. I'm tripping because this is crazy. You can hear noise out there. Okay, look. Okay, I'm gonna take it back to him.
I heard a cry back when I came in where I told you I started hearing the crying at. Then I heard a gunshot. That was probably about 2 minutes or so after I started hearing the cry. It might have been a little bit longer than that. And I heard a gunshot. It wasn't a loud gunshot. And then the crying just stopped. Right about here, that's when I heard the gunshot. The gunshot went off.
From which side? Over here on the left?
To the left. That's where I heard the gunshot.
In there.
Uh-huh. That's when the crying stopped. That looks totally different from when I came in here. Anyway.
Was it low water when you were here?
No, it was actually less water than what's in here now. So that's the area I went in through with my boat.
How do you get in there if you're not in a boat?
You can't get in there if you.
Wait a minute. You can't get in there if. Wait a minute. Listen. I promise y'all. Listen. Oh, I, y'all got to really listen, y'all.
And where I told you I started hearing the crying at. Then I heard a gunshot. That was probably about 2 minutes or so after I started hearing the cry. It might have been a little bit longer than that. And I heard a gunshot. It wasn't a lot.
Hold on. You just need to talk and start trying to estimate what we gonna say. Don't worry about what we gonna think. Just go on and talk. Don't be saying it could have been longer than that, shorter than that. You got to tell the story. Don't worry about what we thinking. Just tell the story. Cause that's a whole lot. I am so surprised she in this area in the woods. Now.
Heard a gunshot. That was probably about 2 minutes or so after I started hearing the cry. It might have been a little bit longer than that.
Okay, I can't hear him. Let me just look, y'all. Hold up. I know he country and I'm country, but Jesus. I start hearing the crying. How did that sound a cry sound? Because she wasn't crying when she dialed the dispatch. Think about it, y'all. She wasn't crying when she dialed 911 now. Because that means that we got to know she's supposed to be at the lake. That's what she told the 911 dispatcher. She was here. I started hearing the crying. So she must have cried after she got off the phone. Why is she crying if she don't want to commit? I want to say the word. I'm sorry, you two. If she don't want to commit S, let's say S, why is she crying? They don't cry when they do that. They just do it. Might have been a little bit longer than that. So you hear somebody crying, and it may be longer than that. And you say, who is that? What's going on? Well, it's just me. Okay. Start crying. Okay. That is weird. She wasn't crying when she was talking to 911, people. She wasn't crying. Why is she crying? Why did she start crying in those woods? If she walked in the woods by herself, was she manipulated on the phone? Was she threatened on the phone in a text message? Was she guided through a text message, or was it who led her there? What led her there? Because she wasn't crying when she was talking to the dispatch. She was talking like I'm talking now. I just want my parents to know why she had to go in the woods if she just want to do this. This don't make no sense. But you can't. The way life is now don't nothing make sense to me. Nothing makes sense to me. I'm going to let God handle it. But listen. I started hearing the crying. But she wasn't crying. That don't, but Pastor, y'all, she wasn't crying during the 911 call, but all of a sudden she crying now after she got out the 911 call. They don't do this. People who commit they don't cry when they do it. They just do it. Might have been a little bit longer than that. He said the cry could have been a little bit longer than that, which I believe him when he said that. It could have been longer than that, okay? He just need to stop adding on to what he's saying and stop worrying about what these people going to say about him. Whether he tell the truth or whatever he think, people going to talk anyway.
A little bit longer than that. And I heard a gunshot. It wasn't a loud gunshot. And then the crying just stopped.
Well, that's right. What he said, when that happened, when we hear the shot, it will stop. because that's strange how she crying. I'm on the crying part. So I know the investigator gonna sit here and think. Right about here, he said, that's when I heard the gunshot. How in the heck did she get through there? You can't even take a boat through there. He said that much water wasn't right there, y'all. That all that water wasn't right there at first. Oh, by the way, shout out to News Nation. Okay, the gunshot went off right about here. That's when I heard the gunshot. Wait a minute, so you was right here? So you would. It's a lot of. Let me take it back a little bit, y'all. Let me take it back a little bit.
Where I told you I started hearing the crying at. Then I heard a gunshot. It was probably about 2 minutes or so after I started hearing the cry. It might have been a little bit longer than that. And I heard a gunshot. It wasn't a loud gunshot. And then the crying just stopped. Right about here, that's when I heard the gunshot. The gunshot went off.
From which side? Over here on the left?
To the left. That's why I heard the gunshot.
In there?
Uh-huh. That's when the crying stopped. That looks totally different from when I came in here. Anyway.
Was it low water when you were here?
No, it was actually less water than what's in here now. So that's the area I went in through with my boat.
How do you get in there if you're not in a boat?
Thank you.
You can't get in there if you. What do you mean?
How was she in there?
There's a path that comes in there. That's what I told them.
Yeah.
There was a path that comes into here. So there's paths all in this river. And there was a path leading straight to where her belongings were laying at.
And then how did you come across her stuff, her belongings?
I just seen it laying up on the bank when I pulled up in here. Yes, sir. It was laying up on the bank.
Listen, y'all. Listen. Got to go back. I got to go right here. Okay. Right here. That's when
That's when the crying stopped. That looks totally different from when I came in here. Anyway.
Was it low water when you were here?
No, it was actually less water than what's in here now. Area I went in through with my boat.
How do you get
y'all.
in?
Then what? Let me tell y'all something. My daughter is 45. We were having a conversation about this. She's military. And I was telling her about this story, and I said, you know what? I was that man. I would have never touched her stuff. I would have just called 911. And then she said, well, maybe he saw her belongings and wanted to give it to want to take it to them. I said, but I wouldn't, but I'm saying though, but look what happened when he did that. When he took her belongings up there. If you heard of, listen, people, listen. I'm not blaming this man, period. I'm saying, I told her this what I'm thinking. If I heard a crime and I heard a gunshot, why in the I'll go over there and move that stuff knowing that they're going to accuse me of doing this. I wouldn't have did it. But when you military, when you different thing, and you used to rescuing people, you're going to see this thing better, work, differently than me. Now, my daughter said she would have got the stuff and took it to the people. But I said, but why would you take the stuff to the people after you heard a crying and a gunshot? So what y'all tell me in the comment about what about that? Okay. I got out of my boat. I got off my boat right here. And I went over there to get her bag. Where the body was laying at if you seen the bag. This ain't sound right. I don't know about this.
There, if you're not in a boat.
You can't get in there if you. What do you mean?
How was she in there?
There's a path that comes in there. That's what I told them. There was a path that comes into here. So there's paths all in this river. And there was a path leading straight to where her belongings were laying at.
And then how did you come across her stuff, her belongings?
I just seen it laying up on the bank when I pulled up in here. Yes, sir. It was laying up on the bank. I don't know why.
Okay. I don't know why I grabbed it. Whoa! Whoa! I still ain't saying, listen, y'all. Listen. I just seen it land up on the bank when I pulled up in there. I still wouldn't have touched it, y'all. You see what happened when he touched it? When he touched her belonging, he has been accused. That's why people don't like to help people. And that's sad. It's because the way people accuse you. And you can be happy, but you'll get in trouble you'll be getting accused for trying to help somebody. Maybe he didn't see the body, but he did see her things. That's what it was. She was trying to tell me. He saw her things, so he thought he was doing right by taking her things out the woods. So that means he didn't see the body. So if she put her things, really thank God that this man was here to tell this story, to be honest with y'all, because we couldn't put it together. To me, if she put her things down right there, where's her body in the distance from her body to the bank? Now, I know y'all with me because y'all sitting here. If you done been fishing before, if you haven't been fishing, look at them wood. Think about, he said, I just seen it laying up on the bank. He saw her thing belongings laying up on the bank when I pulled up in here. But the next part that he's going to say is, don't make no sense. And I'm definitely not, hey, babe, I'm sorry, Carol, I'm not ignoring y'all. I couldn't see. I'm sitting up here trying to concentrate on this here because it was laying up on the bank. So he got out his boat and got her belonging. Where's her body in the distance? She was, because don't forget, she dialed 911. And we got to find out where was she when she called 911.
Seen it laying up on the bank when I pulled up in here. Yes, sir. It was laying up on the bank. I don't know why I grabbed it. I just grabbed it.
I don't know why I grabbed it. I just grabbed it. I don't know why I grabbed it. I just grabbed it. You don't know why you grab her stuff? Come on, grown people. Y'all, I'm not saying this nothing about this man. I'm not accusing this man. I'm not gonna do that because I appreciate him. But that would have scared me to death if I heard a cry and then a gunshot. Why is she crying? Why is her belongings right there? Why he don't see her? That means that somebody is with this woman or somebody assisting this woman. It's almost seemed like an alien. I ain't lying. This is scary. She came into the scariest place. He said he don't know why he grabbed it. He just grabbed it. Didn't ever look at it or nothing. Yes, you did. You had to look at it in order to grab. Come on, man. Come on, you saying too much. You shouldn't have touched nothing, so you won't have to be involved. Let me go back right here again, y'all. I gotta go back. I want to figure this out. First of all, I wouldn't have touched. And not fish. Because if I touch something, I know I'm going to be accused of. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to call 911. And I'm gonna tell 911 that her bags, and I see something, a bag or something. I put no bag and pick my hand up on no crime scene. Where y'all get that from? In a crime scene, y'all pick up, so that's a crime scene when you hear a gun, somebody crying and they stop crying after you heard a gunshot. Yes, but poor fat still Ruth. I don't know what you talking about, Stinson. What you saying? You saying something, but I don't know. But I'm saying though, listen. Come on, let's focus on this. Let's focus on this. What would y'all do in this situation? Y'all heard a cry, or probably crying longer than it. And y'all don't see nothing but woods. You pulled up. Why did you touch that girl baloney? How do you know that was that girl, that person baloney? How did you know it wasn't mine? I could have been fishing right there. You don't know if that was my baloney or hers. Why did you move that stuff? Y'all, that don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. It's just, I don't know what's wrong with the people in this world now. That corona, y'all don't put something in that coronavirus. Some is in there too. Because it's messing with people's mind now. Ain't no way in the H. I heard something, and then I heard a gunshot. It wasn't loud, but I heard it. So I pulled up over here in the area in these deep woods. I just grabbed her baloney, but I don't know why I grabbed it. I ain't heard nothing about I called 911 before I even touched anything. One thing, y'all acting like y'all don't know the law. 911 always tell y'all don't touch nothing, don't move the body, don't do nothing. Call 911 and they'll tell you what to do. Y'all grown people act like y'all losing it. It's the coronavirus. That's something in that stuff. Y'all think I'm lying. I think that something in that stuff got this messing with y'all mind. It's something wrong because it's y'all mind is gone out of here now. Okay. I don't know why I touched her belongings, but I just grabbed it. Now I'm about to give it to the police. Man, you don't lost your man. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm just saying me. I would have never touched her. I heard a gunshot, somebody crying like that. That means somebody got shot. Now I'm about to call 911 because I heard somebody crying and I heard a shot. Oh, and I see something look like a book bag or something laying on the ground. I wouldn't have took it upon y'all. Need to stop taking the law in y'all hand. Oh my God, I don't even know. I don't know.
Everybody when came in where I told you I started hearing the crying at. Then I heard a gunshot. That was probably about 2 minutes or so after I started hearing the cry. It might have been a little bit longer than that. And I heard a gunshot. It wasn't a loud gunshot. And then the crying just stopped. Right about here, that's when I heard the gunshot. The gunshot went off.
From which side? Over here on the left?
To the left. That's why I heard the gunshot.
In there?
Uh-huh. That's when the crying stopped. That looks totally different from when I came in here. Anyway.
Was it low water when you were here?
No, it was actually less water than what's in here now. So that's the area I went in through with my boat.
How do you get in there if you're not in a boat?
You can't get in there if you. What do you mean?
How was she in there?
There's a path that comes in there. That's what I told them. Yeah. There was a path that comes into here. So there's paths all in this river. And there was a path leading straight to where her belongings were laying at.
And then how did you come across her stuff, her belongings?
I just seen it laying up on the bank when I pulled up in here. Yes, sir. It was laying up on the bank. I don't know why I grabbed it. I just grabbed it. Didn't ever look at it or nothing. I got out and I looked around because there was a clearing on the left and the right, and I looked around because I felt like something was wrong, but I never seen nothing. I took the stuff, put it in my boat, went back to the landing. Her driver's license, her bank card, she had her keys, $500, a little over $500. Every bit of that money got back.
It was not a wallet? It was a wallet?
It was what they call, I guess, ladies call them fanny packs.
What do you say to the people accusing you of being a part of this?
Quit trying to be investigators.
Quit trying to be
I did not
investigators.
do this.
Listen, y'all. Listen, I believe him. I'm gonna believe you, mister. Don't tell nobody quit trying to be an investigator. Hell, you was trying to be one when you put the thing inside. When you to put the bag inside of your boat, you were being an investigator. So don't tell the people not trying to be an investigator, because that's what you were being. It said Michael Miller was found with a Bible and $500. What was the $500 supposed to do? Was she planning on running away, y'all, and got caught? Like P. did Cassie. Do you think she was running away? She got $500. She ain't gonna take the $500 wherever she plan on going, the hell of heaven. She can't take that $500 with her. Can't take the Bible either. So what was the $500 for? Did somebody catch her trying to get away? Even my worst enemy, I would not do nothing like that. I mean, I you know what? He didn't mean no harm, but y'all grown people supposed to know better. Y'all know when somebody done been shot, what you shouldn't do. You should have dialed 911, and they would have told you what to do. That lady had $500. And what took 911? So look, y'all, come back home. What took 911 so long to? Let me see where he heard the shot. Okay, right here. She had dialed, she stayed on that phone a while with 911. The question with 911, what took y'all so long to come? She said she wanted to tell her family what was going on. This just don't sound right. The 911 sound like somebody told her to pick up that phone and call and tell your folks where you are. But yeah. Somebody told her, unless she done been out there too that late before. She had to been out there. I don't know where her mind was, what a state of being she was in. And why was she crying and she wasn't crying when she talking to 911? That's what threw me out with this ass, Saya. I'm trying to respect YouTube. Y'all got to be thinking like me, because y'all are human. She wasn't crying when she talking to 911. And she didn't even have to go out there in the woods and do this. She called and told them that she want her parents. She did it because she want her family to know where she is, to where to come find her. So that means that her mind took her to this place to ease her soul, right, y'all? Y'all tell me. Oh my God, this is so sad. Y'all. Ooh, they told y'all that coronavirus still going on. Listen to me. Don't pay me no attention. I tell you, look like to me, cause everything y'all do, it don't make no sense to me. Ain't nowhere in the world I've been on came to pick up nothing belongs to nobody. Let them police and swim over there, do what they need to do to get that bag. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Help me, Jesus. Help me, Jesus. Amen. Oh, God. Poor baby. Poor baby needed some help. Why didn't she call her family at first? Before she needed help. Why did she run away from her family to let them? She told the dispatcher on the 911 call what she was going to do. She said what she was going to do. And she did it. Why is she crying? If she crying, she wouldn't have did it. She would have just did it. 911. What took the police so long to get out there, y'all? Answer that question. Look like the dispatcher looked like she was having a conversation with some chips in her mouth or some. She seemed like they're chilling. How many officers did they have in that area? How long did it take to get there? In a like that, it should be a ranger or somebody around there. And he ain't the only one heard that gunshot. He said it wasn't loud. If it wasn't loud, then them other people wouldn't have heard it. So it had to be loud, right, y'all? Help me out, people. That's the truth. If he asked that other people, he said, "Did you hear that gunshot?" They said, "Yeah." So that gunshot has to be what? Loud. God, is it me? Oh, I don't understand people no more, y'all. I don't understand people. People that it's something wrong with. It's something going on in the air. It's breathe, Lord have mercy. It's affecting some people.
Then I heard a gunshot. That was probably about 2 minutes or so after started hearing the cry. Might have been a little bit longer than that. And I heard a gunshot. It wasn't a loud gunshot. And
It
then
had to be loud, mister. So you need to close your mouth. Because you ain't talking like you was at first. I believe you the first time, then I believe you this time. Well, okay, y'all, listen, y'all. Listen to this for me. Listen, people, real deal. Y'all humanize me now. Humanism. We gonna think like that. What were you thinking when you heard somebody crying and the crying stopped? People who go fishing, who out there that late like that, what would you think? What are you thinking? You ain't scared? He wasn't scared his boat was gonna get stuck over there in that area? And what bank it was on? What bank? Where the bank at? Where he told her if he, see this is what look if he told the newsman on the left the bank where the left he said on the bank you could like he could walk up on the bank now it's water over there and he look around. When you look around, did you see her? I still don't understand why that man took that girl stuff and put it in his boat. And then you know how much money was in there. You knew what was in it, and it was all there. It was all there. But this don't make no sense. Y'all got to stop doing stuff and telling them stuff. And then he got the nerve to tell y'all stop trying to be investigators. Well, then you was the investigator. You put the stuff on your boat. Pop can't call the cow. Talk about it. No, y'all don't know what I'm talking about. Y'all don't know nothing about that. You too young. Pop don't talk about the Keller. Y'all don't know what about that. And then the crime just stopped. And I went over there and I put her stuff in the boat. While the living pork chops, you do that. Oh my God, Jesus. Come on, we need to go back in the house. Pandemic, put us back in the house. Put us back in the house because it's getting worse. Y'all know what's in that stuff out there. That virus is getting to us some kind of mentally, some kind of way. Because stuff ain't turning out right these days. And they know how it is at a you can't be. And then he asked, you remember he asked that other fisherman, y'all remember we did this story now. We did this story. You remember he said he told that asked that other fisherman said, "Did you hear that? Did you hear that gunshot?" And then he said, yeah, but then just a few minutes ago, he just said that the gunshot wasn't loud. And then he gonna tell y'all to stop being an investigator. Being a man, and that's a woman out there, you don't know whether it's a man or a woman crying. Okay, I can understand that, but you didn't say that. But the thing is, by you being a man, you be putting her stuff in there, it makes it look bad, okay? I wouldn't want to be accused of nothing like this.
The crying just stopped. Right about here, that's when I heard the gunshot. The gunshot went off.
So why didn't you call 911? When did you? Come on, we want to hear the 911. We want to hear everything you did. We want to hear right about here. That's when I heard the gunshot. The gunshot went off. Whew. Poor Michael. Michael was struggling, and I don't understand why she was afraid to ask her parents for help. But she wanted them to know where she is when she don't did something to herself, when she wanted herself. I'm trying to be careful with the words that I use. That's why I'm swiping out on him. He sat right around here. It's when I heard the gunshot over in here. Gunshot went off.
From which side? Over here on the left?
To the left. That's why I heard the.
Well, you just said you heard. Wait a minute. Is it me, y'all? Is it? Please help me. Listen what this man just said. Look at the camera. Listen. Look at the camera move, okay? Right about here, that's when I heard the gunshots. The gunshot went off. Look what he's saying. He said right about here, right? Right about here. That's when I heard the gunshot. Then that man gonna answer him the same question what I'm hearing he said.
Went off.
From which side? Over here on the left?
To the left. That's why I heard the gunshot.
That ain't what you said at first. You said that you heard a gunshot over. Okay, all right. See, I got investigator vibe. So whatever you tell me, I'm gonna hear everything you said. He said he said, you said right over here, but you said over there where you heard gunshot. Then he said to the left, that's where he heard the gunshot. But a few minutes ago, he just said he heard it over here. Over here is where he said he heard gunshots. Right here. That's where he said he heard gunshot. Then he turned. Then he told me he heard it over here. I'm just gonna play it all the way through, y'all. I'm gonna let y'all worry about it. And then I'm gonna get.
Everybody when came in, well, I told you I started hearing the crying at. Then I heard a gunshot. That was probably about 2 minutes or so after I started hearing the cry. Might have been a little bit longer than that. And I heard a gunshot. It wasn't a loud gunshot. And then the crying just stopped. Right about here, that's when I heard the gunshot. The gunshot went off.
From which side? Over here on the left?
To the left. That's why I heard the gunshot.
In there?
Uh-huh. That's when the crying stopped. That looks totally different from when I came in here. Anyway.
Was it low water when you were here?
No, it was actually less water than what's in here now. So that's the area I went in through with my boat.
How do you get in there if you're not in a boat?
You can't get in there if you. What do you mean?
How was she in there?
There's a path that comes in there. That's what I told them. Yeah. There was a path that comes into here. So there's paths all in this river. And there was a path leading straight to where her belongings were laying at.
And then how did you come across her stuff, her belongings?
I just seen it laying up on the bank when I pulled up in here. Yes, sir. It was laying up on the bank. So I don't know why.
So no, now you've been a police officer. I don't know why I grabbed it. I just grabbed it. Bless your heart, Chad.
grabbed it. I just grabbed it. Didn't ever look at it or nothing. I got out and I looked around because there was a clearing on the left and the right, and I looked around because I felt like something was wrong, but I never seen nothing. I took the stuff, put it in my boat, went back to the landing. Her driver's license, her bank card, she had her keys, $500, a little over $500. Every bit of that money got back.
Got back. Maybe that's the way he talking. It was not a while, but it was. What he say got back? What did he say? Why he say that? Why he say this for? Okay, I ain't blaming the man, y'all. I'm just saying, her driving license and her bank card. She had her keys and five. If she was going to commit suicide that day, why did she have $500 in her bag? Why did she have her bank card in her bag? If she was planning on doing it, I don't think she planned on doing that, y'all. I really don't. I believe she got caught trying to get away. And I believe it something ain't right about this. Her driver's license, her bank card, and her keys and $500. I think somebody with that woman. If it not, I can be wrong. The reason why I'm saying somebody with her, I don't think she was planning on doing what he said. You know, committing, you know what I mean? I don't think she was planning on doing it. Not if she took her driver license. Not if she took her bank card. Women, you all are women. Y'all know what we do. She wouldn't have planned on, if she was planning on doing that to herself, she wouldn't have took no pocketbook. She wouldn't have took her driver's license. She wouldn't have took her bank card. And she wouldn't have took her keys. She would have had the keys to drive. And she wouldn't definitely took no $500 with her because she can't take it with her to have it. Either she manipulated into doing this because they made her call 911. They made her look like she had a problem. Y'all tell me what y'all think. I'm going to let y'all hear this out.
Card. She had her keys, $500, a little over $500. Every bit of that money got back.
Every bit of that money got back. Oh, why he say what? Golly, whatever, Lord, that don't sound right. $500 and every bit of the money got back. Where the money went? What in the world you talking about? He ain't did nothing. Now the man didn't do nothing, y'all. I ain't saying the man did nothing. I'm just, the man didn't do nothing. If it wasn't for that man telling us what happened, the 911 call sure didn't help us. The 911 call definitely didn't help us. But I just don't think that she would have did this to herself. If she had the money, if she had a bank card, money, driver, like, come on, y'all. She don't need all that to go to heaven. And $500. They need to really look into the investigation. We know who did it.
It was not a wallet. It was a wallet.
It was what they call, I guess, ladies call them fanny packs.
What do you say to the people accusing you of being a part of this?
Quit trying to be investigators. I did not do this.
You did not do what? We ain't saying that. Y'all don't say the man did. No, we got to stop being so quick accusing people of doing something. That's why a lot of people in jail now is because y'all accused them of something and they didn't do it. Don't the whole time I talked about this man, I said I'm not accusing this man of nothing. Let them be in the room, them being the investigators. We got too many alligators out here. We got to be investigated. Got too many y'all alligators out here walking on the land. You don't want no water.
There's no way in the world I would harm anybody like that. Even my worst enemy, I would not do nothing like that. I was just here fishing. I could understand people, thinking stuff. It did look odd, but people's going to think stuff. I've even been trying to figure out what happened.
Now, a couple quick things, actually. He says this is the last interview he's doing. He wants to do this to try and clear his name on social media. Having been there at the site where this happened, actually, I gotta say, the only thing I could think of was, like, how in the world did she get back in there? And after talking with her family, knowing that she had to walk through waist-deep water to get there.
That's right.
You can only wonder, like, why? Like, why would she go to these lengths to get into that area?
Yeah, I mean, it's so sad, especially since she seemed to want to be found. That's why she called 911.
Okay. I don't think she did this by herself, y'all. I ain't talking about that. I ain't talking about the man who I appreciate. If it wasn't for this man, we wouldn't be here now. Okay. I just feel so sad for that girl. The devil didn't want her to get no help. She had a Bible and her $500, and she said she told the 911 call later. This is what she want her family. Why didn't she? Y'all, her mind, she wasn't in the right state of being. And you got to remember that coronavirus is still out there, y'all. You don't know how it's going to affect people when they start going through illnesses. You don't know. You don't know. I ain't blaming on coronavirus. I'm just saying we don't know what kind of virus that is. She could have had that virus. I don't know what's going on here. I don't like it. And I appreciate that man. I appreciate the guy coming on to tell his story. I really do. I appreciate that man doing this. I really do. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be here now. But instead of, like he telling y'all, only thing, I don't like what he said when he said he wanted to tell y'all to stop being investigators. Why not be an investigator? You were one. You put the stuff inside your boat. Why they can't be investigators? Pop can't talk about the kettle. I love y'all. I'm out of here, okay? I want to hear what y'all got to say down in the comment, okay? This is so sad. Y'all, when y'all need some help, ask for help from your family when you know they care about you. Why? Before you react. Whatever you're going through, reach out to your family. Why in the world and y'all, what, listen to this. Why she want her to know where she is in that kind of condition, in that kind of way, because either she going to, it's something ain't right about this. Why she didn't tell her family? Why she didn't pick that phone and say, Mom, it's okay if I come stay with you for a day? A brother, can I come stay with you? Or auntie, can I come stay with you? Why she didn't call none of her family member then? She needed them. Her family would have understand her. They would have let her come and stay with her. I hope they would have. She ain't like she want love. Something ain't right. But y'all don't blame the fisherman. He just country. He's just a country man. Thought he was doing the right thing. And when you're a fisherman like that, no telling how much stuff he done picked up out the ground and picked up and put it away, throw it away. And then he said everybody talk different. So the formality of the way things happened, I still don't understand why it took 911 long to come out there. Or do they call 911? I sure wouldn't have touched that. I sure would have called 911. That's just me. But like my daughter said, he thought he was doing something right. Everybody gonna look at stuff differently, y'all. And by the way, that's some pretty lake water too. Make me want to go fishing. Look at that. Look at that lake. Ain't that some pretty water? He said that water wasn't like one. It been raining. Look, y'all, that water some good old. I bet some good old fish out there. Some good fish out there in that water right there. I want to go fishing, but y'all, I'm telling you, my when my vibes when I'm fishing, he was on his boat though. Now we need to hear. Look, like now them other people who heard the shot, I get they said, I ain't getting in this stuff, y'all. They already accusing you. If I tell them what I heard, then they'll be trying to accuse me. Y'all, this make people don't wanna. This make people don't wanna tell y'all stuff because y'all gonna blame them. You know what I mean? That's why people don't want to commit crime or don't want to tell about a crime or don't want to do this want because they scared that y'all gonna see them different. Y'all tell me what you think. I'm out of here.